The Crypto Markets Update is brought to you by KuCoin, the best place to find the next crypto gem.
So joining us now to discuss the crypto markets is Teddy Fusaro. He's president of Bitwise Asset Management. Welcome back, Teddy. We're seeing, of course, Bitcoin is, Christine keeps reading the prices every day. And quite honestly, I don't know why she's doing it anymore.
It doesn't go anywhere.
Because it doesn't go anywhere. We've been at the same price. I think that I keep checking to see if the monitors are broken. Why has the price not moved in the past several days? What's happening, Teddy?
It reminds me of that meme. I don't know if you've seen it, where there's a stick figure poking a symbol of Bitcoin and asking it to do something, do anything. This is actually typical of bear markets. There's two things that at Bitwise we are looking out for. One is that towards the end of bear markets, something that was true in 2018 or 2019 in the crypto markets, and something that's been true in equity markets for decades, is that the speculative assets, the lower cap assets in the space, whether that's in equities or in crypto, will start to really fall off the bottom. And the blue chip assets in crypto, we think about Bitcoin and Ethereum, will start to get a little firmer and trade sideways. And we've seen indications of that now over the past 3 or 4 weeks as the bottom 5 assets in the Bitwise 10 large cap crypto index have been down in the range of 15 to 25%, while Bitcoin and Ethereum, as you mentioned, Lawrence, have started to trade sideways. And that's something that we're keeping an eye out for. Another thing that we look out for is an extended period of this type of boredom or sideways trade that you mentioned. I think we all saw that. Those of us who have been here through a few cycles saw that in 2018. And as the market really resets itself and churns through the bankruptcies and other issues that are underlying this market pullback, it takes some time, and a period of boredom and sideways trading would not be unusual.
Does it also, though, kind of speak to either institutional and or retail lack of enthusiasm for crypto, given the headlines that keep coming out, the bankruptcies, the concerns about the financial stability of companies that are currently still running? Is this sort of I don't want to say the beginning of an end, if you will, but sort of the start of something that could go really south very fast?
Well, we don't think it's the beginning of an end. It is certainly possible that we could be in for more negative returns in the market. In terms of financial professionals, professional investors, financial advisors, and institutions, which are the types of clients that Bitwise Asset Management works with most frequently, when we talk to them right now, a focus for them is tax loss harvesting. So it's hard to imagine a professional pool of capital that is looking after client assets that is not now or has not already been participating in some level of tax selling as we head into year end. And so I don't think it's apathy from that perspective. I think that there are real professional tactical things that you need to do in a portfolio setting to making sure that you're getting the best results for your clients. So when we talk to our clients about what they're doing in the crypto markets right now, if they do have or have had crypto exposure, they need to actually be considering or already have executed their year-end tax strategies. And I think as we look at the next final remaining days of 2022 here, I don't see a reason that we should expect that to abate. Turning the calendar towards 2023, we are optimistic about the state of things.
Maybe you can go into further detail on that. I mean, right now we're still dealing with the FTX collapse. There are concerns about Binance, Genesis lending unit also halting withdrawals, trying to figure out what is going to go on with the creditors in that situation. Has the bottom been reached? Are there more shoes to fall? Core Scientific, a very prominent miner, going bankrupt. When do you see green shoots happening, or is there still more bottoming out to be processed?
Great question, Christine. Calling a bottom at any time is a very dangerous game. But there are green shoots, and we do see green shoots in all of those things that you mentioned. The first thing that I will say is that for players in the space who have been doing the best that they can to operate things the right way within the boundaries of regulatory compliance, what we want is for the players who are not doing that to be out of the business. And so with FTX imploding, and with others who are facing certain types of speculation or there are other types of collapses, we want them to be out of the business. And so long term, that is bullish for what the space can achieve overall. And while it's painful in the short term, it lays the foundation for the long term for there to be more sustainable growth. In terms of how that impacts the market now, today, tomorrow, and in the short term, it could be more painful because we do need a real quality amount of time to work through these restructurings. You talked about Core Scientific, which brings into the discussion Bitcoin miners in general. It's a simple story there. Bitcoin miners borrowed a significant amount of money when revenues were very high, and their ability to service that debt that they took on when their revenues collapsed because of the price of Bitcoin is no longer there. It's a tale as old as time. What you need to do is restructure your balance sheet and get that into a place where you can actually service the debt that exists. Someone will keep those mining machines on, whether it's the creditors in the first place or another company that steps in, and the system will reset. It's part of the beauty of the Bitcoin network, of proof of work blockchains in the first place. But it's painful for companies. It's painful for price action, and it's something that we're going through now. As it relates to Bitcoin in particular, I do think if you're looking for another green shoot, it's if you survey the landscape, it's hard to find a pocket of where more selling is going to come from. So yes, I agree with what Lawrence was saying before. It's hard to find a pocket of where new buyers are going to emerge from. But if you look around, it does seem that a significant amount, perhaps most or all of the forced selling has already been completed.